Hey friends, welcome back to another class. It literally just started raining, but it's also sunny. I'm very confused, but I'm just going to continue anyway with the hopes that it's going to stop. But this is part of our May meditation series. So every class that's uploaded for this month are going to have a couple of minutes at the end where we sit down and meditate together. So keep your eyes peeled for that. This class in particular, we're focusing on connecting to our roots. So all of the movements and asanas today are going to be grounded or on our back, and so it's going to be very slow and nourishing. On a more energetic level, connecting to our roots, for me personally, means connecting to the people around us, connecting to community and family and our ancestors who came before us, as a way to remind us that we are not alone in this journey of life and we've got people there to support us. It also means for me connecting to the land, and the Māori people, the Indigenous people of New Zealand, have a very sacred connection to the land. There's this beautiful model of well-being, I guess you can say, called the four walls of the whare, four walls of the house, and each wall kind of upholds itself. So we have taha tinana, which is the physical body. We have taha hinengaro, which is the mental and emotional body. You have taha wairua, which is our spirituality, and then you also have taha whānau, which is community, and all of those walls are interrelated, connecting each other, because if you imagine one wall dropping down, then that means you don't have a house anymore. Most importantly, or one of the more important ideas, is that at the bottom, at the foundation, they have whenua, which is the land, and the land is not something that is separate to us, it's something that is interconnected, and when we give back to the land gives back to us. It's there to support us, and that goes with every living being. We are an interconnected species. We cannot remove ourselves from them. So that's what connecting to our roots, my roots, means to me. Let's begin in a seat. Sukhasana, easy pose, or another seated position, and I would encourage you, if you have the opportunity to practice this outdoors, where you can feel a breeze or feel the sun or touch the earth, then I would encourage you to do so. Close down the eyes. And notice the breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose. Can you visualize this whare, this home, this house as you? And reflecting on what we just talked about, how do those four walls with the foundation work in your world at the moment? Are there any walls that need more attention, that need a little bit more care, a bit more assistance? Are there any walls that are feeling really strong and uplifted? Before we begin to move, let's take about 4 more deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose, filling up the belly, the ribs and the chest. And then as we exhale, letting that air release from the lungs, drawing the belly button into the spine, relaxing the jaw and the eyebrows and the eyelids. And then begin to open your eyes. We're going to start by crossing our left foot over our right thigh to find a modified pigeon or a figure 4 position. Take a deep breath in as you lift up through the chest. As you exhale, push the hands down, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and you might take a little movement from side to side. So this might feel quite intense on the hands, and if it does for you, you can walk your hands back a little bit more, or you could even come down onto your elbows or onto your back, and that's a really nice way just to relieve any tension that you might be experiencing in the hips that may allow you to find more of a tall spine. And because we're going to be moving a little bit slower, not too many tricky transitions, you might even like to close down the eyes. One more breath here. Keep the left foot crossed over the right leg. Extend your right leg out. Plant the left foot down on the ground. Rather than twisting to the left, we're actually going to twist to the right. So plant both of your hands down on the ground and lift your left hip up until it kind of stacks on top of the right. Make sure that left knee is not falling in too much. You want to press it back a little bit more. And you can stay more upright or start to walk your right hand back a bit. Drop your ribs down to the ground, feel the right shoulder lift up to the ear, and you really want to get heavy through the right side body here. Almost like you're peeling your right hip underneath you and away from you as you drive your ribs to the front of the mat. Sometimes it's hard to feel, but if you get kind of in the right positions, you might feel this through the right side body and the obliques and the ribs. Let's take one more breath here. Walk yourself back through center. Take a deep breath in as you lift up tall. And then as you exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow might come in front of the left shin, looking down your left shoulder. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish pose. Feel your hips press down into the earth beneath you. Let's take one more breath. And then when you're ready, unwinding, might wriggle yourself forward on the mat a little bit. Hug the hands around the shin, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, roll down your spine until the head touches down. Draw the right knee up into the right armpit. Give it a good squeeze, a good hug. And if you felt like more, you could walk your left hand up to maybe the outside of the left foot or the ankle for half happy baby. You could keep your knee bent, or you can extend the left foot out to the side. Pulling your hand down to the ground, pushing your foot back up to the sky. Let's take one more breath in this position. And then when you're ready, just crossing the left knee over to the right, find your supine twist. Right hand might clasp around the outside of the left leg. Eye gaze might turn down your left hand. One more breath in this position. Find your way back up through center. Grab the back of the left leg and then roll yourself up. Okay, let's try this all on the other side. So start by crossing the right foot over the left thigh. Flex the foot. Feel the right knee push away. You might transfer the leg from side to side. Got ants on me. Noticing the sounds around you. Notice if your shoulders are quite far up by the ears, can you pull them down to the ground? Let's try one more breath here. And then when you're ready, extend your left leg out. Turn your right foot to the side. Hands come over to the left side as well. You want to meet your right hip over your left hip. Really start to feel the weight drop down into the left side body. Right knee pushes back behind you, and you could stay here or walk your left hand down a little bit further. Let the left shoulder lift up by the ear. Feel the ribs pull in the direction of your left hand. You want to try and make as much space in between your left rib and your left hip as you can. One more breath. When you're ready, just walking yourself back up. And turn to the right this time. Take a deep breath in, lift up tall. And then as you exhale, twist to the right. Elbow might come in front of the left shin, or you can even take the elbow over the thigh for a deeper twist. One more breath. Find your way back through center. Maybe you shimmy yourself forward on the mat a bit more. Hands come around the right shin. Take a deep breath in. Start to roll yourself down on your back. Draw the right knee in, and then as you exhale, let's hold. Drawing the right knee up to the chest or even the armpit. You might stay here or walk your hand to the right ankle or your right hand around the outside of the right foot. Half happy baby. Feeling the whole of the back on the ground here. Knowing it is there to support you. One more breath. And then travel the right knee over to the left. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twist the knee over to the left. Right hand comes to the ground. Take another breath here. And then when you're ready, come back through center. Grab the backs of your legs, roll yourself up. Whew, it is windy here today. We're finding Savasana boat pose. So you might have your feet on the ground here with your hands around your side. This is a beautiful place to be. If you felt like it a little bit more, lift your feet up so that your shins are parallel with the ground. And at any point you can release your hands by your sides, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down, lifting the chest up. If you felt like more, you can extend your feet up long, or it could be somewhere in between. We're going to stay here for 5 to 8 breaths. And the boat is symbolic for support, for carrying things and people. So can you feel the support of the people, the things around you, knowing that they're all here to be your biggest cheerleaders if you ask them for it. Two more breaths. And then releasing down. Really nice. Okay. Agni Savasana, fire log pose. Let's cross the right foot underneath. Left foot might come in front of the right shin, or you might lift it up a little bit higher onto the shin. Maybe up onto kind of the top of the knee. The right foot, you're going to cross it so it's underneath the left knee. If there's quite a big gap in between the feet, you can always bring like a block or something to bridge that gap. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you lift up tall. And then as you exhale, you might walk yourself forward here. Resting hands on the ground or elbows on the ground. Take 2 more breaths. Walk your hands back towards you. Tuck your right foot in. Don't know why it said it like that. Hands come around the back of the left leg. And you can stay here if you felt like more. Extend your left leg out a bit further. Your hands could walk down your leg, maybe even clasping to your heel for Heron's pose, Kranchasana. Take a deep breath in as you lift up tall. As you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Look towards your left big toe. Two more breaths. And then when you're ready, just releasing the foot, let's swap to the other side. So right foot this time might be in front, might be on top, might be on the very top. Kind of flexing your foot will help to kind of stabilize the ankle joint and the knee joint a bit more in this position. Shuffle your hips back, take a deep breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, fold yourself forward. Bring the elbows down to the ground if that feels accessible. Attempting to lengthen your breaths. Deepen your breaths. Letting go of any tension around the hips or the spine. One more. Walking the hands back when you're ready. Take your hands somewhere along your leg. Breathe in, lift up tall. And then as you exhale, you might extend your foot away, drawing your right toes back. Squeezing shoulder blades back as well. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, hold. Release the right foot. Bring it around you so that your right foot connects kind of to the left foot. Right knee to the left foot. Now you might stay here and just very gradually walk the hands back. If it felt comfortable to do so, you can walk down onto your elbows. Keep tucking the tailbone here, so pelvis underneath you. And if it felt comfortable for you to do so, you could get down onto your back as well. Push the knees down to the ground. Take another deep breath in. Exhale to release that breath. Walk your way up, and we'll swap to the other side. So walk the feet around, left knee tucks in, left foot towards you. Make sure that the top of the left foot is on the ground. And then maybe if it feels comfortable, walk yourself back. Maybe the elbows come down on the ground as well, trying to square the hips and the shoulders. So left hip to the ground, left knee to the ground. It's turned very grey here. It's been such a strange day for weather, and it's kind of cool how like nature just does what it wants and you just roll with it. It's cool. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, hold. I wouldn't be surprised if it starts raining again. Start to walk yourself up. Extend your legs out long, and we'll roll down onto our backs for Savasana. If there's anything that you'd like to bring into your Savasana here, maybe a blanket or a pillow or something that helps you feel more weighted and connected to the ground, then I highly encourage that. Noticing each part of the body that touches your mat or the earth beneath you. And with a deep exhale, can you let the weight of your body just drop down into these places, almost like you're about to melt into the floor. Become one with the floor. And we'll just be here for another minute or two, and then we'll have the option to finish our practice in a seated meditation. And if you'd like to finish your practice lying down on your back, please feel free to stay here. If you'd prefer to finish your practice in a seat, just in your own time, begin to roll yourself up. Stay here for a couple more moments. And to complete our practice, I wanted to read 2 poems by Rupi Kaur about community and connecting with the land. Our souls will not be soothed by what we achieve, how we look, or all the hard work we do. Even if we manage to make all the money in the world, we would be left feeling empty for something. Our souls ache for community. Our deepest being craves one another. We need to be connected to feel alive. The second poem is, being the loudest on Earth's playground doesn't make us any more important than the dirt that we crush beneath our feet. We are nothing except air and fire and water and soil. We are a people who forget what we are made of. A people who talk about the weather as if it's mundane and not magic, as if the oceans are not holy water, as if the sky is not a vision, as if the animals are not our siblings, as if nature is not God, and rain is not God's tears, and we are not God's children, as if God is not the earth itself. And you might finish today's practice with your hands on your lap, maybe your hands on your heart. You might even reach your hands down to the ground, giving thanks for the earth for being here, feeling into the support of the people around us, feeling the connection between all beings, all people, and ourselves. I thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that this theme resonated with you and you feel perhaps a little bit more connected after this. Let me know how you found it in the comments below. I would love it if you could share it with a friend or give it a like. And if you are curious about exploring some more longer classes, then feel free to head over to Patreon, where we post a couple of those, and it's a great place that you can support this channel as well, so I can keep creating this content on YouTube. Much love to you. Namaste.